All right. Are we good? Are we good? Boom, 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 boom. Greetings from Argentina. What's up, Nacho? Greetings from Miami. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. A lot of first chatters in here. What's up, man? What's up, Hype Beast, Glow Navy, Broyage, SVG, Cassie K. Will you also talk about perps and poly market? Maybe a little bit towards the end of the stream if you guys are interested in listening to that. But we're currently focused on, just straight up meme coins right now for the beginning of this. What's up, Behemoth? It's Baby01, Big Tonke, Becca223. Greetings from Ethiopia. Hello. I was just in Dubai and I met somebody from Ethiopia. They were my latest vlog. Class is in session. I'm Mr. Orangie. Raise the hand if you guys need to use the restroom, please. I will be giving the best sauce to you guys, anything you guys ask, and really just going through all of my trades. What's up, Orange? I used to be a pump.fun live streamer calling your Discord pre-moderation. Very cool, very cool. What's up, Goggle? What's up, Hackadat3? Spider, Teros, Hi Bro, Colombia present. ¿Cómo están, colombianos? Colombianos, ¿cómo están? What's up, brother? Will you record this? Yes, this will be a recording. It'll get put on my YouTube as well. But obviously, the ability to ask your questions live is going to be best found here. So, suggest to tune into the stream. I'm going to give people like maybe 2 or 3 more minutes to hop in here, and then we'll get started. Yes, I did see about Lobstar. Funny enough, I actually made a tweet about it right now, which is getting a little bit of traction. If you guys missed it, Lobstar, the fucking token. Look at this red wick it just had. Hold on. Because it got one flipped. Look at this 1 hour candle. Look at this. Lobstar went from 7 mil. Oh my god, bro. To like 500K, one candle. Because the AI agent accidentally sent someone $250,000. Like, bro, this doesn't happen anywhere but meme coins. Could you guys imagine it was you? Imagine you were begging for First Soul and you get $250,000 sent to you? Nuts, right? Can I start trading if I'm under 18? Yeah, you don't need to be 18 for trading meme coins. What's your P&L this month? In January, I made $140,000 trading meme coins. In February, I have not traded at all. My calendar is looking very, very, very empty. I think I made maybe like, I don't know, a few grand. Barely been active just because obviously we had Solana go to like fucking $67, which was just straight bottom, by the way. I don't know if anyone noticed. Cupsy called the exact bottom. He was really like, yeah, 6-7 is bottom for Sol, and it literally was. But I mean, there's been tons of runners this month, man. I mean, look at Punch, bro. Punch 50 mil coin, and yeah, it's crazy. What's up, broski? Love from India. Meme coin trading is hard as fuck here. I'm not profitable. What do I have to do to become profitable? You have to watch this. YP Yellow Panther. I'm assuming. Thank you for the 10 gifted, bro. Thank you very, 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 very much. I have never been to Croatia. It won't be bottom. 6-7 is already pretty low, dude. So all right, boys. 1 more minute, and we will get into this. We'll get into this. Give me 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Unknown Army, what is up? Dude, Unknown, you gotta onboard people, man, not be so toxic. Mad Lotus, you're the prime. I got so lucky winning that gold. No, sir. Just USA on top. Your target for Punch? I'm not in the coin personally, but I have a lot of friends who are like really, really balls deep in it, so I just hope it goes higher. Obviously, the higher the coins go in the eco, the better for the whole eco itself. So let's do this. Boys, I've put together a little Google slide doc, which we're not gonna necessarily go through. We don't have to go through all of this, right? Like the majority of the focus is here. But I just put this together. AI helped me put this together just so I can have like a basic understanding of like the structure I want to take this with, right? So we're gonna go ahead and start now. YP, thank you for the other 10 gifted subs. I really appreciate that. So now let me just make sure restricted. Good, cool. Yes, TBP. We'll be getting into all this in just a bit. Okay. Yes, there will be. Cool, cool, cool. So, how many people in this chat have never traded before or don't really trade much? I kind of need an understanding of like people's basic level here in the chat. So, I wonder if I can put my chat box anywhere. We have a lot of completely new, never traded. Wait, 1 in chat means you've never or barely traded. 2 if you're like intermediate. 3 if you're a pro. So 1 if you've never traded. 2 if you're okay. 3 if you're like really good. Okay. All right. So we do have a lot of 1s and 2s in here. So I'm just gonna go straight from the basics. If you're more like advanced, you want to ask like more complicated questions, more complex, especially when we start getting into like the reading on-chain stuff. Feel free to come back, but we are gonna start just straight from zero. So does everyone here understand like what this website is, what trading meme coins is? Let me go to one of these slides, okay? Or let me just start off by reading this, right? Welcome to the Memecoin A through Z Academy, the complete guide to trading meme coins responsibly, presented by Orangie. Shout out to AI, my OpenClaw agent, for helping me build this shit right here. All right. Your host. Who am I? I've made over $3 million trading meme coins. Again, this is all verifiable on chain. The beauty about trading crypto, trading meme coins specifically, is that this isn't like any other niche where you can just lie. Like, no, all of this is like super verifiable. You can go look at this yourself. Every single person who claims they've made money in meme coins is you can prove it, because you can go to any token's top traders. You can look at their P&L. Like, look, Otto right now, Otto has made $6,000 this month, and I'm not sure if this is like his main wallet. I don't really track Otto that much, but I can see like his most profitable trades and stuff, right? There is no line. Obviously, I built a very big social following. We built crypto's biggest YouTube channel. Built obviously the biggest community in crypto as well. He's all, yeah. I figured he had size. I figured. Um, you know, During the cycle 2024 to 2025, we onboarded the most amount of people into the cycle, and we're just trying to run this back, right? That's why we're here streaming, trying to bring back some action. But I've been doing this now for 2 years. I've been trading meme coins now for 2 years, just about. I started in March of 2024, and yeah, so in about 2 years, I've been really inactive trading meme coins after Trump, which is a little bit, say, like a year. But even in this last year, I was able to make maybe 400, 500K trading. Just wasn't super active. Most important thing is last month 140K. That's the profit. Yeah, still cooking 2026. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some of these profits. Just last month, like literally 2 weeks ago, I made $90,000 on Molt, which is an AI narrative. Just yesterday, I made $1,000 on a JetBlue Dog meme coin. I made $5,000 the other day when Mayweather deployed a Zora coin, and just many, many other trades that we'll get into. The point of this is just to kind of, help you guys understand. I'm still kind of doing this a little bit, and there's still a lot of money to be made. There's still a lot of coins running up really, really high. I mean, again, I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen Punch, the monkey with the stuffed animal. And I mean, this is a coin that has been pretty much only up to 40 mil, right? Like, you've had fucking days to get in here. A lot of good things happening. All right. So that's who I am. If you guys have any questions about me real quick, I'll take a few minutes here to answer any questions real quick. Of course, you're able to ask questions. I want this to be a very open place for people to ask questions. Catch Me Crypto, we'll be talking about like climbing up the ladder and like FNF and stuff in a little bit. Is pump.fun not good? Pump.fun is the most active launchpad that people launch meme coins on. I became profitable almost instantly, but it was a very, very different market from what it is now. I would say right now it's kind of like Fortnite. If you were to pick up Fortnite right now, you're going to go against people who have been playing for 5+ years, rather than like if you picked it up at season 1, everybody was like kind of a noob. So obviously it is possible to start now. It's just obviously much harder than when I started. When I started trading meme coins, I started with, I want to say maybe $1,000. I'm really known for turning $700 into 2 mil or into 1 mil. Sorry. But I pretty much ran out my portfolio from like around 5 Solana, and I didn't have many losing trades at the beginning. But again, just super, super different market. If you have like an exact number of capital that you want to start with right now, keep that number in mind, and we're going to talk about this later on. Okay. We're going to talk about how much you should risk each trade and everything very, very soon. All right, cool. So absolute basics, understanding meme coins. You know, what are meme coins? We'll go through all this stuff really quick. Obviously, this is just like, AI generated, and I just want to kind of give like a very, very basic for anyone who like doesn't know anything, right? Meme coins are cryptocurrencies inspired by internet memes slash cultures. They prioritize virality over technical utility. So again, Punch the monkey has been going really, really viral, and people are able to bet on how viral Punch is going to go by buying the meme coin, right? Rather than like a normal crypto, it'll have like you know, utility behind it, stuff like that. Biggest meme coins on the market, obviously Doge, Shiba, Pepe. Key characteristics, volatile. This stuff doesn't matter. It's just very AI. So getting started, obviously number one thing that everybody needs here is a trading platform. Personally, I use Terminal. They're also my partner. So if you guys want to sign up, if you're starting from absolute square one, exclamation point Terminal, you can go ahead and sign up. It's important to mention that when you start trading, you're gonna have cashback, right? Because every single trade that you take wastes money. So if you have $100, every trading platform takes $1, right? Plus your prio fees and all this stuff. And what certain platforms have started doing is giving you cashback on that money. So instead of every time you trade with $100, you're wasting $1 on Terminal, you actually get 35% of this back as soon as you sign up with someone's ref link. So you're only wasting 65 cents instead of $1. Okay, anyways, now that we got that by, exclamation Terminal if you want to sign up using my link, and let's get you on here. So when you open Terminal, when you open your trading platform, this is what you're looking at. I'm resetting all my filters here so that we can just absolutely go from zero. Bullx Neo Crew, where you at? So look, guys, as a beginner, this is what you're seeing, right? You're seeing new, soon, and migrated. And I think it's important to understand all of this, okay? So I'm going to click on a random meme coin here like Tankster, right? I'm going to go on the 1 second candle. Let me know if you guys can see my mouse. Everything is good. I went on the 1 second candle by clicking over here on the top left. This is usually what I do when it comes to trading any new pairs, right? So most meme coins, especially like deployed on pump.fun, or when they get made, they start around 2,000 to 5,000 market cap. Well, no, they start at like 2,000. Let me see what the basic number. Yeah, 2.3 thousand. And depending on how many people buy, the coin will go up and down, right? The closer it's getting to this $34,000 market cap, and this number changes based on the price of Solana, it gets closer to soon. Soon means these are all the tokens that are about to migrate. They're getting pretty close. And then migrated are obviously the tokens that have gone above this range. So they're trading above 34,000, right? And they become like big boy tokens. It's like a good way to think of it. The problem is here, guys, when you open this, there's so much slop, you're going to get rugged instantly. It's super, super important that first of all, you turn off every other launchpad except pump.fun, bonk, and bag. That's really all like that trenchers trade, right? Especially here, you're about to see a huge change. You guys see how you have Tesla AI coin, 400K market cap, and this chart just looks like this? First of all, this chart's going to rug you, and if you decide to, I swear I just heard something. If you decide to buy this coin, like you're just going to get absolutely rugged, but someone who doesn't know might buy that. So we're going to unselect all these and only select pump.fun, bonk, and bags. All right, we got that? We're going to do it for every single launchpad. Okay? How's this looking so far, boys? Let's answer some questions real quick. I use Flipper's tweet tracker, but we'll talk about that later on. The stream will not be saved. No, it'll get cut up and uploaded into a VOD, but you're gonna be missing a lot of like the raw stuff. Honestly, like becoming a migrated coin just means you're like a big boy coin. How can I start when I'm underage? My parents don't let me do it, so how can I do it secret? Yeah, I mean, if your parents don't want you cooking meme coins, you might be cooked. Yes, terminal is the best. Can you go over filters again? We haven't gone over any filters. All we did was turn off every other launchpad except pump, bonk, and bags. A lot of the questions you guys are asking are more so like things that we're gonna talk about later on. I more so just want to answer questions about like what it is we're talking, okay? No, we near us. Everyone's asking me for my opinion on trading platforms. I only use Terminal, it's highest cashback, and it's my favorite. And they got bought out by pump.fun, so all these like tokens that you're trading that are pump.fun tokens, like anytime that pump.fun drops a new feature, Terminal has it, has stuff first. But I don't want to get into all of that right now. So is it possible to get good at a solo? Is a group necessary? Group is definitely necessary, but we will get into that. So what I like to do here, right? Let me actually go here. So we set up some filters, the basic ones. Wallet trackers next. Let me go through this first. So pretty much right here, you can filter what tokens it is you're buying. Let's say instead of seeing every single new token that comes out, you only want to see the ones that start at $6,000 market cap and has at least 5 real people in it, right? Let's say this is how you want to do it. Now you're seeing less slop because let's be honest, there's a lot of coins that come out. Like every single second, there's tons and tons of coins coming out. So by filtering this to however it is that you want to do, it like you're able to help yourself. I'm not using a node. We'll get into like how to know good coins and stuff. But yeah, pretty much these filters here, you can just set them up however it is that you want. I'm gonna show you what I personally use. I don't use any filters here on new pairs because I just like seeing everything that comes out. On soon, I do filter stuff. I filter by age. So I only want to see coins that are, where's age? Right here. I only want to see coins that are 11 minutes old maximum because I usually have this page open, right? I'm usually on terminal actively. So I just want to see that. And then I'll do like a 0.1 Solana fee to avoid like any fake charts popping up. And so now what I'm looking at are like the real coins that actually are getting close to migration. Something else that's very, very good to know is right here. This little display button is a must click. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and click this, and we're gonna go ahead and activate every single one of these. Sniper trades, you don't have to, but all of these bubbles right here are very, very important because anytime you're looking at a chart, especially on the 1 second, 3 second, however you decide to look at your coins, it's important to know who exactly is in your coin. By filtering, aren't we eliminating our options to buy among coins? And why particularly do you select those filters? So yes, but bro, there's just so many coins coming out. It's better to just have like really good filters to kind of help you do what it is that you want to do, to be honest. No, Bene, there's no way to get the 35% cashback bonus if you've already registered. I would suggest to make a brand new account because like the extra 25% does go a long way. It's obviously 25% of your money. Yes, these are the soon filters. I'll go over them again. I have 11 minutes maximum age, and I just have like a 0.1 total fee Solana, right? And so, clicking on this token right here, first candle, very important. We can kind of see that this got bundled up to 9K. So instead of like the regular 2K that coin spawn at, this instantly spawned at 10K, meaning it's a bundle, which we're going to get into this like as we go further into this video. My next step though, now that we have filters and we turned on the little bubbles, right? My next thing here is wallet tracking. So at the bottom of your screen, you guys are going to see down here where it says wallet tracker. Go ahead and click this, okay? And once you click wallet tracker, up here you can go to manager, you can go to import, and you can go ahead and import wallet group. And here, if you guys want a wallet group, I'm going to put one right now for you. I don't know if I don't know if I'll be able to copy paste all of this into Discord. Probably not. Let me make a Google Doc real quick. Should I make a Google Doc? Give me just 1 second. I'm making a Google Docs for you guys to give you guys wallets real quick. Can you invite other good traders like Cupsy? Wallets by Orangie. Boom. Anyone with a link? View. Boom. Give me just 1 second, boys. I'm getting you guys wallets right now. Boom. All right. Does this work, boys? Does that work? Can you guys click that and see that? I'm seeing a lot of you guys coming onto the thing, so I'm assuming yes. I'm still in Florida. All right, cool. So now that you guys have this set up, you can go ahead and copy this and press import, paste it right here, and you're going to press import. And why did it say invalid? I think it's because of that little space right there. It might be because I have the wallets already, but you guys should be able to kind of figure this out. Ask ChatGPT. And anyways, now that you have access to all these wallets, you can also just import them like one by one, depending on like who it is that you wanna see, right? And you go up here to this trades panel, and now you're seeing a live feed of all the wallets that I gave you and what it is they're doing. So Crustball just sold 15 Solana worth of punch. You know, Jaden just bought Lobstery. He's buying this coin at $3,000 market cap. And now if I decide to copy trade him, I'm down obviously right now on my trade. You know, I was able to make that decision. You know, Cupsy just bought this token after me, and et cetera, et cetera. I can make these decisions by looking at like who's in these coins, whatever. Sell it. I ended up losing $5 on this trade, but I just wanted to take it as an example to show you guys. Yeah, I can just click on the coin straight from here, and now I just have like a very live feed of like what it is that's actively going on in the trenches. And let's talk about if you guys are getting an error. Ask ChatGPT to fix it. I'm not sure. I gave you the wallet, so you can just kind of like import it. Let me see if I can go export here, and then go boom, boom. Hold on, I think it just froze. Okay, try that. I just exported and import and repasted. How do you find people's wallets, like other popular traders, not just what you provided? Yeah, 100%. We're gonna talk about this right now, right? Because this is really, really important. So I think that's actually next on my list. It might be. Yeah, so now we have the live feed set up, which again is just one of the most important parts because guys, if you're tracking all of the best traders, right, and you see everybody is buying Trump coin, you're not gonna miss out on Trump coin. You're gonna do research on what Trump coin is, right? So you're not going to miss out on any meme coin. As long as you're tracking what's going on, you're gonna see what is going on. Perfect. We're gonna talk about how to find wallets to track and markers, right? So let's go to this coin. Let's see. Should we just should we go punch? Punch. Obviously, when you look at a meme coin, you gotta avoid these meteor pools. I would just press up here the pump button. Boom. How do I get the Google Docs file? There you go. I just pasted it. I'm not sure. Zero. Use terminal. So let's say I go to punch, right? I can go to the top traders of punch, right? I can click on the individual wallets. I can see its P&L calendar. You know, this guy's made $460,000, and it looks like this is an individual wallet that just really has only traded punch. So I don't know if this is like a good one to really grab for you guys, but I'm just gonna click it right here. I'm on Cielo. Yeah, this wallet has only traded punch. The way I did that again, click on the wallet, click Cielo up here, and I can see like all its last trades. So this isn't really a wallet I'm interested in tracking, but if I did want to track it, you know, I'll just add it right here. Boom, punch, top trader, Binance funded Singularity. So the reason I named that is because right here I can see it was funded by Binance and it's a top trader, but it's not an active trader. Maybe an active trader could be this guy right here, who was funded 28 days ago. Go out his Cielo profile. All tokens traded 34. Yeah, I mean, obviously this guy is like a legit trader. And so if I want to just, you know, name him third top trader punch. And if I want to find out who these wallets are, of course, I can just try. I mean, you're not always going to get this, but you can just go over here and try to find these wallets on Twitter. Sometimes you'll get lucky, you know, especially if it's like a KOL's wallet or whatever. Yeah, like people are talking about, you know, obviously Punch is top trader. Any questions so far? Because they're pump.fun's official thing. I got this live feed by going down here and pressing wallet tracker. Down here, press wallet tracker. At the bottom of your bar, press wallet tracker. Who is Punch? Punch is a monkey that's been going very viral. And because of that, it is, you know, the more viral Memecoin goes, better. A big problem with tracking some of these wallets is that they're a group sitting in call, coordinating to pump and dump certain coins. What are your thoughts on that? 100%. But that's, I mean, sitting in group, like sitting in a group sitting in a call is maybe 5 to 10 people. But if you're tracking hundreds of wallets on chain, like, I mean, you know, they're not all coordinating to just fuck you, you know, to be honest. How do we read the funding parts of a wallet and coin? Yeah, so right here, you can see where they're funded by. So again, holders, traders, wherever you can see like the list of traders that are in, of wallets are in, you can kind of just see where they're funded from. So this wallet right here was funded by Damen, actually. Like this could be one of Damen's alt wallets. It actually, it very, very easily could be. See if we can, maybe if we look up this wallet on Twitter, nothing. Soul scan. Let me go to Damen's wallet as well. Trade history. I'm doing this real quick. I'm gonna lose you guys in this probably, but I'm just trying to see if this wallet and Damen trade the exact same things. Could be, could not be, to be honest. Yeah, it's gonna get cut up and will get uploaded to YouTube. Importing all these wallets can be a lot of information on terminal first. No, what do you mean? I trade with 1 Solana and I got destroyed by fees. How can I avoid this? All right, yeah, for sure. Let's get into this. Obviously, very, very important. When you guys start trading, it is important to understand fees, right? So let me draw this up for you guys so you guys can better understand, right? Two things, right? We're going to be talking here about budget and fees. So let's say you start out meme coins and you're like, okay, bro, Orangie, I have $1,000 to start. Or how much are you guys starting out with? Let me get a more realistic number. I don't know. 1,000 might not be realistic. How much do you guys start out trading meme coins with? We got a couple hundred in here. All right, I'm seeing like the average kind of be around 500. So let's just call this $500, right? And that's equivalent to, what is that now? Like 7 Solana? Yeah, 6 Solana. All right. So let's call your portfolio 6 Sol. Perfect, right? Because we're going to do something that's called splitting our pie up. So when you deposit into your wallet, let's do 2, 2, and 2. Your first deposit of 2 Solana, right? It's going to give you around $160. And let's say in each trade, you're putting around 0.1 Solana, right? Let's call each trade. Yeah, I mean, let's call it fucking 10% of your portfolio each. 5 to 10% of your portfolio, I think, is like pretty. So each trade you're putting around $8 to, $16. Let's call it this. So let's say I'm buying this token right here. Or let me buy a real token that's actually getting some movement. USA coin. I'm going to buy this token right now with what I'm telling you guys to buy. 0.2 Solana. So I just bought USA coin with 0.2 Solana. And what I have to understand is, actually, I'm pretty sure I got eaten on fees because my personal fees are higher. But if I'm buying a coin with $10, every trading platform is going to take 1% of that $10, meaning I automatically just lost 10 cents. right? And every time I do a transaction, I'm gonna lose 10 cents on my $10 transaction, right? If my transactions are $100, I'm automatically losing like $1 per transaction, right? No, not $1 on $10. It'd be 10 cents on $10, right? Let's say I'm doing this, okay? And I'm gonna look at my fees, right? Also, very important. We're gonna go ahead right here and enable instant trade. This allows you to just instant trade tokens without having to, click your preset and then make the buy and the sell. Instant trade is good. When you click these buttons right here, you're able to have different presets and change your priority fees. As you can see, my priority fees are actually pretty high. They're about, what is this, 8 pennies on the dollar? Is that math correct? No. 80 cents, right? I'm actually wasting a lot per transaction. Obviously, you guys are going to have much smaller fees. You can set it up on automatic, whatever the case is. This is what I personally use. 0.1, yeah, 80 cents. So every single time I'm doing a transaction, I'm wasting $1.60. So literally every time I do this, which is a buy, right? We can go here, trades, and we're going to see myself on my wallet tracker. I'm going to spam this, right? So those like 10, 20 transactions I just did right here, right? I probably just wasted, $20, $30 in fees, right? $1.06 every time I do it. I did three, I probably wasted $20 doing this, right? And I lost an additional 55 cents on this trade. So it's really important to set up your fees to be very, very low. The higher your fees, the faster your transaction is going to go through. But at the end of the day, it's also really important to just come here, claim your cash back. I have 35% cash back waiting for me, so I'm only losing 65% of my cash back, of my actual fees. I can just come here and claim. So makes it a little bit better. I can also claim pump.fun's newest token feature, whatever their cashback coins, and I'll get like $100 back or whatever. Actually, no, 0.7 SOL, which is not even $100. Crazy. Why do you want it to go faster particularly? Yeah, so sometimes you do want your transactions to go faster. I mean, let's talk about a token that might have a lot of volume and volatility going on, right? Like, let's say you have your Twitter tracker open and you see like Trump just tweeted out the word, or Elon Musk tweeted out the word like potato 64. Then there's going to be like a ton of potato 64 coins coming out. And, when everyone's trying to buy the same coin, this is kind of rare nowadays, right? Also, a few people I track are buying these coins. Let me look into this narrative real quick and kind of just explain the thought process and if it's worth buying into. So, Columbia Sportswear just released a beer made with bear droppings. The limited nature calls lager use treated water that once contained bear scat. So now bear shit beer can is currently a meme coin that is going. As you can see, Cupsy had 4 different wallets in this coin. I track all his wallets, and I can see that he sold on me. We'll stay in this trade for a bit. Yeah, you brought up the Mexico news going on at the moment, and we have obviously a lot of Mexico related meme coins because of what's going on. I currently do not have net protection on. I don't think I do anyways. Let me check. Oh no, I do. I do have it on. I do have it on. So cool. Whenever you're on a token, right? Let's go to Punch, for example, right? I'm just gonna use Punch because it's the hottest token right now. It's very, very important for you guys to enable these markers and really to understand what all of them do, right? Because they're all pretty individually important. So different mentions in different alpha groups, different KOLs buying. And something that, a platform like Terminal offers you is that when you actually buy or when you actually click on some of these tokens, you don't even need to be having these wallets tracked yourself because you can just get wallets given to you. Like this guy, I'm always seeing like this guy right here. I think Quebec. I don't know. I don't want to say Quebec, but it might be. Right. I can go ahead here and just track his wallet. Track Quebec. And Terminal gave me these wallets, and some of these guys necessarily don't have to be good traders, but I can see here that, Quebec, the Memecoin trader, 4,000 followers, and now I've added him to my wallet tracker list. And let's see, beer can that I'm in got bought up by Pain. Payne is a Memecoin trader, 15,000 followers. And we can see here that his buy alone wicked this chart up from 10K to, 20K that it's at right now. I'm going to go ahead and track Payne because it's actually pretty surprising that I don't have Payne tracked. But this meme coin that I bought, we were just kind of ranging in this area here. And all it took was for one important person to buy the coin. And now I'm going to sell this coin. And just like that, I just made $200 trading this meme coin. Okay. I bought 3 Solana worth and I made 2.3 Solana on this one coin, right? And when I bought this coin right here, I just want it to be very, very important. I bought this coin right here and it actually ended up ranging lower than my buy. And all it took was for one important person like Payne to buy my coin. This is what we call a catalyst, right? Like there's different things that can happen for your narrative. Yes, but easier for you because you have copy traders. Are you like trolling, K-Boy? K-Boy, this, like, guys, we gotta leave the copy trading thoughts back in. I bought this coin 2 minutes before Payne decided to buy. Like, this coin was lower than my entry for 2 minutes before this one catalyst broke it out. I literally zero motion on my wallet. You mean in general? I got bailed out by Payne's copy traders or whatever, catalyst decides to come. But the cope of copy traders is just something that we gotta leave, to be honest. You're trying to find for potion? Nope, not at all. Don't even join potion. Trust. Building something right now. Which brings me to my next point, right? All these markers are really important. That guy brought up potion, so I do wanna talk about this real quick. A lot of these different markers are alpha groups. And I want to slowly talk about this, right? The more information that you have access to in meme coins, the more money you're going to make, right? So as you can see right here, this is Lobstar, and all of these bubbles right here are only groups, alpha groups. The more info you have access to is the higher chance of winning. The more tools, the more friends, the more groups, the more chronically online you are for memes plus X, the higher chance you're going to have of money. I just want to be super, super, super honest. There's a bunch of different alpha groups for you to join, and you're going to see these little bubbles pop up on almost every single coin. And my honest opinion is if you can afford these groups, I would join every group. I am in every single group, and I currently have my AI agent set up to read the conversations. And if they're all talking about like one particular coin, one particular catalyst, like let's say Elon just talked about Punch, and they're all saying this in all these different alpha groups, my AI agent currently, I have it set up for to text me like, yo, everyone's talking about Elon, check out Punch, for example. I am not familiar with the prices of all these different alpha groups. I don't get anything from you joining all these different alpha groups. If you guys are unfamiliar, I founded Potion, which is just, one of these. But all these different bubbles, they're all so helpful to be in. Like, to be honest, why join when the alpha group mentions are on the chart? Because you have no information. All you know is that they're being mentioned. Like, what if they put the CA in, for example, Pastel, but what they're actually saying is, yo, this coin is so dog shit or so bundled. You wouldn't know that without being in the group. Yes, like Kaizen. I mean, you can just click on these groups right here, right? We have Cryptic, which I'm not even in. We have Pastel. I'm in that. Prosperity, I'm in that. I'm in Serenity. I'm not in Incognito, but honestly, I should be. Pump.fun Trenches. I believe this is Pump.fun's official group. I'm not sure. Just so many different groups that you want to be in. Like the more information you have access to, the better. How do you join these groups? Are they in Discord? Yes. How do you set up AI agent? That's gonna have to be a conversation for a different video. Yeah, you just click it and it'll take you to it. Pretty much. Okay. Let's talk about something else, okay? Multi-wallet / bundles on new pair. You guys have to understand that every single time. Hold on. Every single time one of these coins comes out, chances are, people are looking to bundle it. As you can see, this coin right here, right? You guys see all these fresh leaves? This is a bundle. This all these holders had 0 Solana until 1 hour ago, right? Like, the chances are that most of these, like, wallets are kind of, like, from the same, you know, uh, person. Like, this isn't a normal thing for all the wallets to have 0 Solana until 6 hours ago. Another helpful way is, obviously see, like, if there's any similarities within what wallets it was funded from. People are pretty good at hiding this nowadays, so unfortunately, you gotta just kinda look through it, but, um, yeah. Anyways, on this particular coin I was looking at here, I saw that both of these wallets were funded by the same person, as you can see right here, the colored red circle, and if I wanted to track these wallets as the same person, I could. It's just, like, an additional way to, kinda find out. Like, as you can see right here, Cupsy is using multi-wallets as well, and, you can kinda just find them. They're all by inside the same thing, so. Any questions? Yes, pump.fun owns terminal, yes. Why do people use different wallets? A lot of reasons, bro. Sometimes there's a coin that they think is good and they want to get more supply on it. And if you have too much supply on one wallet, it's not a good thing. Like it'll look bad. So they use multi wallets for that. Malicious intents as well to bundle a coin. Should we multi wallet it? I wouldn't recommend it for starters, to be honest, but it is just something that you got to be aware of that happens. You waste more money on fees, and it's just a strategy that is like way more complicated to do for sure. I'm gonna grab a bottle of water real quick. I do not personally think so for Seca. I don't personally use it ever. Is there a way to connect with good traders? Yes, in these alpha groups that I just mentioned. Yes, I use Phantom. If the owner of the asset has 3%, no, 3% is not really that bearish. Glow Navy, I would just say the more groups the merrier, to be honest. I wouldn't even like marry one. I'm not like too kept up anymore. Tell died, so I would just say the more the merrier as well. Bro, Cash Me Crypto, tweeting PNLs, being active, just trying to work your way up, right? Being active on Twitter is going to be your best way to stay up to date with crypto news. The only time you would multi-wallet is if you have insider info. 100% not true. Not true. Can you bring Cupsy up? He's waiting. I texted him. If you wanted to. Sensei, you want to come up? Okay, so we talked a little bit about fees already, right? Is there anyone that has any questions on fees? Fees, cashback, guys, really important. Exchange Point Terminal, sign up, pin link, sign up. I also feel like we didn't really talk, like, you can also go to Twitch and go to, like, the, crypto category and watch some of these streamers that are, live a lot. Again, like, I wouldn't say copy trade any of them, but I'm saying it is an option. I don't think anyone's live right now, or maybe I'm just, like, looking up this shit wrong. There we go. Also, be very careful when trying to watch this because, it's all scams. Okay, boys, I'm gonna join the call. I'm gonna join a call real quick with some really, really good traders. And, you guys can go ahead and ask them questions. Alright, hello?
Yo.
Give me one sec.
Oh, DV's here to answer some questions.
Okay, cool. Alright, guys, I'm in a voice call right now with Cupsy, with DV, with Vented, with Creo, Statics, and, these guys are really, really active traders currently. And if you guys have any questions that you guys wanna ask in chat, go ahead and do so, and I'll pick up some of the better questions. Cupsy, what are your tips for somebody with a low port to get their portfolio up fast?
Find narratives at dead floor 0 or buy OGs at dead floor 0 or dev.
How would
Probably just
you?
dev.
The worst answer you could say.
But it's the truth.
It's not making the cut, editor. How would you like as like when you're trying to buy up the floor of like an OG coin or something? Like, are you just gonna like for someone who has like no copy
Dude,
traders
if they
or
have no
motion?
money, OGs are all about speed, Orangie. You have to be
Yeah.
first TX. If you have one soul in your port, right? Let's think of it this way. If you have one soul in your port and maybe an OG goes from like 3K to 12K, right? Let's say Cupsy and I buy a new pair. Immediately what goes on now is people will flock to the OG. If there's an OG from like maybe a day ago, a couple hours ago, and especially on these coins that instant bond. Most of these coins have OGs, and there's like a whole other subsect of people who are trading OGs specifically, I think. And that's how it was when I first started trading too. So there's going to be people that go to the OG, and if you have a small port, if you're not first, you're still going to lose money on these OG coins majority of the time. They'll catch like maybe like 3K to like 15K pumps, or
Yeah.
even lower for the
You have to
majority
be
of the time.
first.
So if you aren't first, you're last, especially on OGs.
What do you guys look for when a new pair spawns? There's
I
like the
think it's
question everyone
I think
wants to
it's
answer, but it's
experience.
hard.
I'm pretty sure it's just experience and intuition, bro. You're gonna
That's
understand
the only thing.
the more that you're on the scope and the more that you're looking at these coins and these metas and these narratives that spawn for just months on end, you're gonna be able to tell when something's decent and you're gonna be able to tell when something's a read to play.
There's no like certain thing of knowing when like a new pair is good, because sometimes it's the volume, sometimes it's the wallets, sometimes it's the narrative, sometimes it's because it's the right version of a different new pair, or the narrative. Like there's so many different factors that go into
Or
it. It's
maybe
all just feel.
someone framed it with their tweet and they have a better image, or the ticker and image lines up and makes more sense than something that may have just been asked by someone else's dev.
Do you guys ever
Just like
so right now we're talking like specifically only pretty much like new pairs and stuff. Are you guys ever trading like more stuff on soon or maybe more like longer term meme coins, just memes that you want to like kind of bid and not have to be online 24/7? Because obviously that's the concern of many people as well, right? Like people don't want to be on 24/7 always.
Sometimes, not often. It
I
depends on
think
what it is.
I think we're always tapped and we're always ready for like an opportunity to make money or slam coins, but those are more rare. And I think consistently you're going to have coins off new pairs that will go every single day.
Someone said, "Why doesn't Cup see Orangie DB and sent to make a coin together and pump it for an hour?" Should people with small portfolios wait for an obvious runner or just flip quick profits? I would personally say obvious runner. I don't know what these guys have to say about it.
Yeah. I would,
Well, like
if
with
I had low port, I'd sit there all day. I wouldn't be buying stuff, even if I think it's good. Sometimes I would just wait for something literally guaranteed. Like
Or
if
try to get the
you look
floor.
how Keanu and Clux, like traders like that, like they literally only trade like pretty much guaranteed profit narratives.
So if you're a newer
like when you have a
trader,
low port, it's survival, bro. When you have a low port, you're literally just fighting to survive until you get to like maybe 50 to 100 soul, in my
And the
opinion.
best way is to just slow grind up every single day.
Yeah.
There's no, like if you try to race, that's like worse, in my opinion.
I
how
think when
If
much?
you
you
have a
try to
slow
race up, you're
port,
gonna lose it all.
if you have a low port, you literally can't take as much risk. Obviously, like you can probably take risk and blow your port, but the whole point of having a low port and starting small is it's almost like a snowball effect. You want to just keep building and building and building, and once you have enough money to actually play with, then you could start throwing in on new pairs or start taking a bit of risk. Or that's pretty much what I think. That's how I grew my port. Anyways,
How long are you guys sitting here every single day, and how many hours would you say you put into meme coins total?
Probably like 14 hours a day.
yeah, around there. Used to be
And
more. It
then
used to be like 18, right? 18
Yeah.
or something like that. And then
And the
total
total is
hours,
different for
yeah.
everyone.
Are you saying like at
yeah,
all
like your
time
all-time
hours,
hours.
thousands of hours?
I think
I mean,
like
what's
people.
eight? How many days has it been since January for like basically like a DV? That's he'd be on every day, 18
Yeah,
hours a day. Like he doesn't take
yeah,
breaks.
for like
However
a
many
year
days it's
straight.
been.
Yeah. I think a lot of people like just have like this misunderstanding of wanting to put in like 10, 20 hours and expect to obviously make like thousands of dollars off rip.
Dude, my hours are probably like
Yeah, Cupsy's probably double my hours.
probably like 7 or 8,000 by math.
Yeah, I'm
at
probably
least.
like 6,000. If
Chat,
not more. I think Cupsy's more though, to be honest.
any other questions that you guys want particularly answered from them? They're some of the most active traders on chain, really, and obviously like the best when it comes to all these new pair coins. Cupsy, why do you buy coins sometimes that don't make sense? Is it to liquidate your copy traders?
I don't buy coins that don't make sense.
Every coin that you buy makes
Uh,
sense in your head.
I mean, yeah. Or
We call
sometimes
those
I'll
Cupsy
just
slop, bro. That's some Cupsy
sometimes
slop.
it'll just be something funny, and I just
Well,
buy it as
it's
troll.
not slop though. Like it's not even slop or troll because like we're trading meme coins. Like sometimes stupid shit can just run.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not like we're in a position to where like we have to be selective with what we buy. Like we're in a position to where we can just throw dart after dart after dart out, and as long as like a few of them land,
With
so like sometimes it might be a weak coin, but they still have an opportunity to run.
with 3 Solana, how much would you be putting into every trade?
0.2.
Yeah,
Maybe.
0.2
I
probably.
honestly think you need more, bro. I think your starting balance should be like 10 soul.
A
Yeah,
lot
I
of the
think-
people,
I think in this market you gotta just save up to get 10. I'm not gonna lie.
a lot of the people
Even
in chat, I did like a survey in the beginning. A lot of these guys are starting out with like I think the lowest like $100 to $500 is really like the. So a lot of these guys have like 1 of 5 soul.
Yeah.
You should
Well,
just
soul's
be full
$80
porting
right now.
devs. Full porting devs, to be honest. Find a good narrative and full port a dev.
Let's see.
To be honest, I think just running up your port and your balance is just based on the individual. Like
They're
if you put
saying
time into this shit, you'll make money.
a lot of people just kind of like want to full port the guarantees, but there a lot of people are asking like, what is it? What makes something a guaranteed runner?
That's up to
Attention.
your mind. Yeah.
If something has hype around it, if it's backed, like for example, like the lobster shit, or even punch, like these like super viral, interesting coins, the tech stuff, if they're backed by good people, for like the viral memes, just how viral they are.
I'm not gonna lie, if they don't want to be grinders, I feel like if you like did it right, you can make so much time if you're like a TikTok doom scroller. And you just find the next trend. Every time there's a big trend, the coin goes off of it. You can be early to the trends if you're just like a straight like scroller. Like you can actually probably make some decent money if you don't want to sit here 20 hours a day.
Or finding certain things like being tapped in and researching. Like for example, there's this hippo that's about to be named, and we've been tapped into it for like 2 weeks almost. And there's like 4 different names, and we've bought like the floor of all the different names. Like, so something like that, for example. And we're up good on all the names because we saw or we were hunting for all of them.
How do you know which one's the right one when a narrative comes and there's so many?
Experience.
Yeah. And experience.
So as a
attention.
beginner, would you just wait for one to go really high, and then if you think it's gonna go even higher, blast that one rather than trying to PvP?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's a risk you take, right? You take the risk by wanting to get a low entry by playing with the vamps, playing with the technical right one. You're trying to choose the right one. You don't want to be like kind of a straggler, be on the back end of these right coins. You'd rather try to know off intuition and experience what one is the right one and will run, and that's the hardest part.
It's hard to tell sometimes with like the Elon tweets, because for example, you could buy one of these Elon tweets at like 30K, but the thing is you can get 1 wick to 5K, and because a vamp comes out, so you could sit there and be patient and wait for the right one and then just blast the winner, or you could try to hit the winner early, but there's obviously risk with that.
Realistically, if you can, you should just buy all of them. That's really how you win.
How important do you
Yeah.
think it is making a name for yourself in the space to like get connections with like other people and like obviously work your way up and like just private like alpha groups and stuff? And like how do you even make a name for yourself if you had to begin starting now?
You may make a fuck ton of money. That's how you make a name for yourself, I think.
Yeah.
You have to be a good trader, and even like the alpha groups and stuff. Like I don't think like having like Telegram chats and like all that is really needed, maybe for like some cabal stuff. But at the end of the day, like if you have like you and like a group of maybe like 2-3 friends, like you can make it for sure.
But there's so many people who just trade completely by themselves and never talk to anybody. Like the Temu Gake wallet completely trades by himself with nobody and no groups or anything, and he just makes so much.
Cool. All right.
Because I mean, that's how they focus better. I think it's best to just have a few friends to walk in with, because you help each other spot stuff.
My last question to you guys will be: do you think meme coin trading is here to stay?
Yeah, it's there
Dude,
forever now.
if
At this
Sol wicks
point.
to like 150 right now, it's going to be like the most insane market I think ever.
And even in this market with Solana going to $67, we have Punch at 50 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's other chains that are doing super well right now too. It's like it shows that the price of majors don't matter for what we're trading, to be honest. As time goes on, everything will be tokenized forever at
Well,
this
not only
rate.
that, I think the community is like somehow growing as well. I feel like there's an influx even just based off my streams and shit. Like I just feel like there's a lot of new people that are asking like the same questions, you know, like is one soul enough to start? Like how do you the same thing you're asking us, literally.
Cool. All right, boys. Well, I appreciate the insight from you guys, and thank you very much for coming on to the stream.
Peace.
Thank you.
Peace.
All right, boys. I hope you guys got some additional insight there from some of the best traders. I want to continue on our little sheet here. Particularly, I want to talk about the trades that I took, and I want to talk about Sheep. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subscribers on Twitch, brother. I really, really appreciate it. So I want to talk to you guys all about my particular trades and my trading journey in the last month. So, as you guys know, in January, I made $140,000 trading. Currently, my P&L shows 33K. This was 50, but obviously Solana got cut down in half. And then the rest of the money was on the multi-book trade and other trades that were not on Solana. So I want to talk about all these particularly, why I took them, and what exactly happened. And we'll start off with Penguin, as this is the most recent Solana one. So I'm sure that all of you guys saw the little penguin that was, it was just gigaviral. This was going insane. It was getting posted everywhere. Does everybody know this meme? This little penguin here, the lone penguin. Everyone's familiar with it. Yes. Okay. So I just kept seeing this everywhere on the timeline. So, my timeline is super curated for the Memecoin ecosystem. I'm going to go ahead here and only activate my trades. And as you can see here, I actually bought this trade super late. I mean, a $45 million market cap entry. This coin for days was climbing, and I didn't buy for, a whole day after the climb from 6 to 45 million is my entry. And then even after that, it ended up going to 170 mil. I sold fully at 114 mil. And it went much higher than that. But I put, 70 Solana into this coin, and I made 100 Solana on this coin. Do you use stop loss? Very rarely, to be honest. I use TP more than I use stop loss. But why? I mean, this coin had so many catalysts, and that's what you have to understand. You are betting on how viral a narrative can go, and this narrative will go viral the more catalysts it has. So Penguin had like, Elon posting about it, the White House posting about it, so many different influencers posting about it. It's kind of similar to Punch the Monkey. Punch the Monkey has had so many people talking about it, and it's just viral everywhere, right? So the more viral a token or a meme is going to go, like the higher the token is going to go most of the time, right? It's pretty much like the basic understanding to it. I had a very similar trade with Lola. I want to ask you guys if you guys are familiar with Lola the Otter. This was a super viral TikTok. I mean, 17 million views. It's got 17 million likes, hundreds of millions of views, I believe. Yeah, I don't know where the post is. This guy posts a lot. But Theodore, I don't know if you guys saw Lola. I saw Lola the Otter on my For You page, literally by just doom scrolling. And once I saw this narrative, like I knew it was going to go viral. And I bought 8 Solana at 30K. And I ended up selling at 300K, guys. I made 80 Solana at 8. Okay, this was a 10x. I made $670 into 6.7 grand. And it ended up going to 1.3 mil, much, much higher. And I had 30K entry on this. I could have made a 50x on this coin. and this was just some random dumb animal. Okay. We had the South Park coin as well. I think that was not as recent. I think that was like 2 or 3 months now.